We are here in Chandler. We are celebrating the month of Hispanic Heritage, and here is the mayor, Kevin Herkey. Hello, Mayor. How are you?
I'm really good. I'm blessed to be here, and I'm glad to be part of our Contigo celebration and this event.
What represents for the city of Chandler to have this iconic film in this movie?
Well, I was the first president of our Chandler Human Relations Commission over 20 years ago. We actually brought the actor Edward Olmos out as one of our speakers. So this is a very relevant blast of the past, as well as a high quality movie that is well received around the world, and we're glad to be able to offer it as part of our Contigo Festival.
Is the city of Chandler planning to perform or to bring more Hispanic films in this theater?
Well, we're excited. In particular, we'll be having our Chandler International Film Festival coming up again in January for 9 days. And we look to scour the world for some great films, of course, from across Mexico, Central America, and South as well. We had a great film this last year, and I look forward to see what comes before us this year as well.
Finally, Mayor, did you have to send a message regarding the month, a full month that you were celebrating the Hispanic heritage?
There's been a lot of great events, starting off with concerts and a lot of events at our museums and art locations. And this is all part of that, and we're continue to be excited to celebrate. Chandler is the most diverse city in all of Arizona. We love our beautiful Hispanic part of our community as well, but with everything else, we're just so excited to have such a diverse community and be able to celebrate so many diverse cultures.
And on behalf of all the Hispanics in Chandler and beyond Chandler, thank you very much to have this opportunity to, bring the Hispanic heritage to your city.
No hay de qué.
It is an honor to have here the producer and co-writer of this iconic movie, Tom Muska. Can you tell me what represents for you to be here today in this Contigo Chandler? Is a month of celebrating the Hispanic heritage.
Well, this film, as you know, made its mark in Hispanic culture, and I was very proud of that, and it still does. It's shown. It's a perennial film. It's shown every fall and in high school classes and junior high school classes, and it does tend to motivate kids to have a little bit more interest in academic subjects like calculus or math. So I'm very proud of that, and anything I can do to continue the tradition, I will do.
We know that you are a teacher in Miami.
A professor. I am a professor at the University of Miami. I run the MFA screenwriting track.
How is for you to mix movies and teaching?
Very good question. It's not difficult at all because I'm what's called a professor of practice, meaning when they hired me, they expected me to make movies along with teaching. Mm-hmm. And there was just a big article on the film I did this summer. I did a film called Aguadilla this summer, and 2 or 3 of my students worked on it. So not only do I teach, I try to get my students on real-life film sets. Mm-hmm. And that kind of experience for them is just unique and just jumpstarts their professional career.
Mm-hmm. And finally, because I know that everybody is waiting for you taking a picture of you, but finally, I want to ask you: do you think that because this movie was writing and producing 35 years ago,
Yes,
correct?
yes.
It is still.
I had more hair then.
But do you think the message is the same now? Because we have the technical,
Right.
the technology. on our side.
Boy, I haven't thought about that. But, the technical elements will always evolve, whether it comes to do with teaching or whether it comes to do with filmmaking. As you know, we shot that on film. You don't shoot films on film anymore. You shoot films on video. And so it's always evolving, and you stay abreast of it. But in terms of the message of the cinema, yeah. What he says in the film, all I need is ganas. All I need is ganas. In other words, I just need your desire to succeed. And it's probably the most important thing. And that's true, again, with taking upper-level math courses like calculus or filmmaking. It really, yeah.
In 35 years ago, it was a commotion. In fact, the movie was nominated for an Oscar.
Yes,
I am
correct,
right.
correct.
Do you think that it's going to be the same impression tonight here in Chandler, Arizona?
Well, the first question I'd have to answer that this way. How many of the people seeing it are seeing it for the first time? because it shows a lot on television and it shows a lot in, it's very funny that a number of times I'll have a substitute teacher who really is not able to teach calculus and not qualified to teach calculus, and they'll go into a classroom and they'll pop in the film. So if that's okay once in a while, but
So apply to this era,
yes,
right?
Yes. So yes, I think again the messages, the themes of the film will resonate into today without any difficulty. And I think they'll recognize the characters as well, even though, like you say, it's 35 years old.
Very good. But thank you very much for the Hispanics living in Chandler, Arizona. We appreciate the effort for you to come here tonight.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Thank you.
I'm honored to be here.
Gracias. Bueno, y antes de iniciar la película nos encontramos con Osvaldo Franco, que él es productor de Frecuencia Alterna. ¿Cómo estás, Osvaldo?
Muy bien, pues muy contento y muy emocionado para ver esta apuesta de esta película tan interesante con un actor como Jesse Olmos y toda un ecosistema que habla acerca del desarrollo de uno como latino dentro de los Estados Unidos, ¿no?
Ahora, esta película se filmó hace 35 años, el mensaje fue tan claro que fue nominada a un Oscar y varios otros premios. ¿Tú crees que es vigente hoy en día?
Por supuesto que es vigente porque al final de cuentas hasta el día de hoy seguimos con el estigma de que por ser latinos tenemos tal vez un nivel diferente de pensamiento, ¿no? Creo que tanto tú como yo como latinos estando en los Estados Unidos y tenemos que rifar, como decimos, somos el vivo ejemplo de que todos los días tenemos que estar luchando y también otros segmentos de la población, ¿no? Luchando para poder demostrar que podemos hacer las cosas siempre bien, ¿no?
Muy bien, y por último, ¿qué piensas tú de mostrar este tipo de películas más allá de las de Hollywood, de acción, a las nuevas generaciones?
Me parece súper interesante y me parece muy adecuado. Estamos en un momento de cambio y de transición y en esa situación nosotros tendríamos que entender que las nuevas generaciones sepan que no ellos han tenido que batallar tanto como batallaron tal vez sus papás en los restaurantes, en las cocinas, en la construcción, y que se den cuenta del valor que hay detrás de todo lo que hemos trabajado los demás para que ellos puedan tener una vida diferente, bien diferente y oportunidades más fáciles, por así decirlo. Aún así, las generaciones nuevas son súper trabajadoras y tienen una imaginación y creatividad que nosotros nunca nos imaginamos, ¿no?
Así es, pues muchas gracias, Osvaldo, y nos vemos después de la película en la sesión de preguntas y respuestas.
Claro que sí, hasta luego.
And representing the city of Chandler, I'm here with Nikki. How are you?
Hello, welcome. I'm really really happy to be here. How are you?
Very good. I'm very surprised because Chandler is a multifaceted city. So what is your, in your position, what do you think just showing Hispanic movies can improve the relation with Latino community?
Yeah, Chandler does have a very diverse population. Our Hispanic population is at 23%. It's one of the highest minority populations in the city. And we wanted to really spotlight and highlight Latinos in the arts. It's about representation, and a lot of things that happened in Stand and Deliver are still prevalent today. And so we worked with our high school students to introduce the film to a new generation. This film is not only written by Tom Musca, who's here and who's Latino, it's starring, it's directed, it's behind the scenes, it's primarily a Latino film, and that's something to be proud of, and that's something that in Chandler with our large population we wanted to highlight.
And we are aware that it was a full month of, representing the Hispanic heritage. What do you think about using art to attract the new generation of Latinos in the city?
I love art. I love film. I think film is an amazing way to inspire, to motivate, to call attention to all of the great things that we're doing in everyday life. So if we can have these movies and if we can add this Contigo movie night to our slate of events each year, it's just a different way to inspire our Latino youth to be great.
And finally, a message that you want to set across?
I just want to say that in Chandler we love and celebrate our Hispanic population. We produced Contigo, our very own branded Hispanic Heritage Month event. So please just follow us, chandleraz.gov Contigo, for all of our events.
Thank you very much, Nikki.
Thank you.
Okay, we are just about to begin, the movie begin, but we want to ask, do you see the movie?
I've seen it before, yeah. This would be like second or third time, so it's worth seeing again.
Yes, it's 35 years ago who was produced and filmed. Do you think the message is still real this time?
Definitely yes, because it's dealing with education, which is always an important subject, and it's got a good theme, a good message, I think, that it's got for young people. about striving, about overcoming obstacles, about not being stereotyped. Because this is about a bunch of kids who people just kind of wrote off as, oh well, they're going to be in trouble, they're not going to have a successful life. And this teacher sees the potential, and he knows how to reach these kind of kids, and so he kind of applies his talents to bringing the best out of them to help them achieve a specific goal, and they end up achieving it. I'm not going to spoil the movie for people who haven't seen it yet, but I think it's a great lesson for people to learn.
And finally, do you have a message about, to try the arts to bring more Hispanics together?
Yeah. Now, granted, this movie is an English movie, but it's still good for reaching Hispanic people, and it's good for the city to bring movies that are Spanish language, because we get a lot of folks here who speak Spanish. So that's a good idea.
It's a good idea. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, I love the film, and this is my second time to come in the film festival. So I learned so many lessons with it. I can make a reflection of it when I was in the past, and perhaps in the future when I have kids, when I get married. So I can share what I see in the movie today.
I really enjoyed it, and I'm very sensitive, so it made me a little emotional. I loved how they showed what actually may be taking place in the Hispanic community, Hispanic schools, minority schools, about the IQ level. And one teacher made a difference, and he taught his students to stand on their ground and show them, we are intelligent. Our ethnicity is not in the way of this. It's just bad philosophy. And I really appreciate the film. I think it was great. I think that for it to, come to Chandler, that means a lot, because Arizona is developing with the film community, and the message will continue to inspire the Latin community.
Movie. I love the movie. I saw it, like I say, I watched it when it came out first. So I'm old, a little bit old, but it's a great movie. It's a great experience to have those stories come to life in a movie. So it's a good thing that you guys bring these kind of personalities to the community and to tell us a little bit of their story.
The message still holds up today, because a lot of our Hispanic community, they still feel discriminated. They still feel that they have to work twice as hard to move on in life, to get to college, to get to universities. And the message is still there and very strong. So hopefully they make a new movie to the new era, and they still have the same message that our Hispanic community needs. Sometimes we have to literally work twice as hard to get to where we want to be, but that's okay. But we are a very strong community, and we can handle it. They can test us 3-4 times, right? And we still pass the test. Trying to bring a lot of people to bring Spanish movies here to Chandler and to the state, because you don't see that anymore. All you see is English movies, and we wanted to promote the Hispanic community, want to promote the Spanish movies, because 40% of the residents here in Arizona, they're Hispanic. So I think my aunts, my grandma, my mom, they all miss those movies. So I want to bring something back to them and just get them excited. Like today, I had probably 20 family members just to come and see and watch this movie with me. So it was a lot of fun.
What it means to the community and how people were able to come up and show other people how it's done. You do it with education, you do it with enthusiasm, you do it with a lot of joy and a lot of grace. And so therefore this film delivers that to a lot of different people, not only people whom are within the Hispanic community, but everyone from Asian to African American. It says the same thing to everyone, that if you work hard and if you get things done, you will be successful. And that's the thing that everybody has to remember. And that's what this film shows, is that the work is put in, you get success out of it.
Yes, I did watch the film before, and I think that this is a great idea to finish the month of heritage with this movie, which is iconic and that represents the effort of many Hispanics to fulfill our dreams. I think that Chandler is a multifaceted city, and I think that be showing this movie here in Chandler, it says a lot about respecting the Latino community heritage, especially in this month we are celebrating precisely that. Well, I'm glad that the Chandler International Film Festival, I'm very glad that he put things together like this one to show everybody our Latino cinema. So I'm glad of that.
Stand and Deliver is always going to hit home for me. Being Latina, being a mom of a teenager, the math, the teachers, today's curriculum, how to keep students engaged with technology. It just goes to show when you have someone like a teacher like Jaime Escalante who really cares, students can see that. And so Stand and Deliver really delivered. So here we are in 2023. We have AI, we have technology, we have all the different social media platforms just competing for attention of our youth and those like me who still love to learn. When you get to take a step back in time and have a film shown in this forum and have the co-writer and the producer be here to speak to how it came to fruition, that is going to be what is most monumental. And I thank City of Chandler and the Chandler International Film Festival for bringing that to our community.